hope you're having a great day and thank you so much for watching this video. It is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look right here. This is my first like holiday glam inspired makeup, I guess, but it is still super wearable. I just love the tones in here. I think it can go with like a lot of different outfits and it's just like perfect for this time of year. So yeah, I just want to get into the tutorial, but don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell so that way you get updates when I post a new video. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I filled in my brows a little bit off camera, but I have nothing on my face, so I'm just gonna go in with a primer to start. I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. Lit From Within primer, drugstore primer that I've been using every day. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and rub it between my fingers and then press it into my skin where my pores are larger and then just smooth everything out. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. This is the drugstore foundation that everybody's been raving about because it's super affordable, super full coverage, long wearing. I've only used it a few times, but I do really love it, especially when I want like a long lasting full coverage makeup day, and that's what I'm going for today. So really cool doe foot applicator, and I'm just gonna put some of this on. It is super full coverage. You don't need like a whole lot. And I'm gonna use my beauty blender to blend this out. Instead of using concealer, I'm just gonna take a little bit more of the foundation and build it up like where I think I need to. Sometimes I just don't feel like wearing concealer and I just like to build up a little bit more of the foundation that I was using. And this foundation is great for that. So I'm gonna cover up the veins on my eyelids and like prep them for eyeshadow, and also just put a little bit more, like where I would put concealer under my eyes. And just use the foundation to build up coverage where I need to. Okay, now I have a really nice base and I'm gonna set it down with my professional CoverGirl loose setting powder. I'm gonna pack this on pretty heavy and then like wipe away the excess. I'm just baking a little bit. I like to go down the sides of my nose and then under my eye so I don't get creasing, and then like my T-zone because I always get oily on the sides of my nose, my forehead, my chin. Then I do my eyelids because then they will be ready for eyeshadow. So I pack it on pretty heavy and then I'll just like really lightly wipe it away after just like 30 seconds. Okay, now we have a nice base. I'm gonna zoom you guys in because I'm gonna do my eyes next, and then I'll come back and finish off the rest of my face. For my eyes, I'm gonna use this Soft Glam palette. Sorry, mine is super dirty, but the Soft Glam palette by Anastasia, and it is so pretty. I just like opened this palette up and saw these colors and I was like, yes. These are the perfect colors for a holiday look, and I am very inspired by Thanksgiving and just the holidays. I'm just ready for it. I'm so excited. So I opened this up and I was like, holiday, holiday. So I'm gonna start light and build it up. The first shade that I'm gonna grab is this one right here called Orange Soda. And I'm gonna be using this as my transition shade or my crease shade. And I'm gonna build it up. I like to kind of like feel where that bone is, and that's where I like to put my like first starting transition shade. I don't go completely in the crease. It's fine if you do, but I like to drag it up a little bit onto that bone. Just helps give you a little more canvas on your eye for shadow, makes your eye look a little bit bigger. Okay, next I'm gonna just take this color right here called Rustic. It's just like a light brown matte shade. So I'm gonna put this right under where I put that first shade, and I'm gonna bring this one a little bit more down into the inner corner. First one I kind of kept right here to where, you know, my arch started on my brow. And this one, I'm gonna create more of like the halo look by bringing it down and into the inner corner, right in the crease. I always have like my really big fluffy blending brush nearby because every eye look, I always am grabbing this and going back and buffing out the edges of the shadow to make sure there's no harsh lines, and you always want like a really nice gradient effect. So I'm always picking this up and going back in and just buffing everything out and making sure it's really nice and blended just with a super light hand. Next, I'm gonna take this color right here, Cypress Umber. Is that how you say that? I don't even know, but it's just like a really deep chocolate matte brown, super gorgeous. And I'm gonna pack this on the outer and inner corner. Really focusing it on the outer V here. And then I'm also gonna brush it up the inner corner into the crease. Again, always grabbing a fluffier blending brush and blending it out. When it comes to like a bunch of fallout being right here, I just take my fluffy brush with that translucent powder on it and I'll brush it away. And I'm gonna go into the lower lash line too, so I'm not too worried about it. So I decided for the center of my lid, I'm gonna pop on a little bit of concealer first as a base. So I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I love this as an eyeshadow base. And I put a little bit on the back of my hand with a flat brush. I'm just gonna very precisely place this in the center of my lid. So right on top of that, I'm gonna take this gorgeous shade from the palette called Sultry. And I'm just gonna apply this using my finger because I love doing this with like shimmer shades. So I'm gonna use my finger and pop it right on top of that concealer. Okay, I'm gonna pick up this dark brown again and fade it into that shimmer shade a little bit on the outer and inner corner again. Just so that way it meshes together really nicely. Just make sure it's nice and blended. The lower lash line needs a little something something, so I'm gonna pick up Rustic again on a fluffy flat brush and just run this all along the lower lash line. Lower lash line is everything. I'm gonna take, just to really like give it something special, I'm gonna take this color Bronze right here on a really tiny brush. Really tiny brush. Can you guys see? And this stuff is a lot of fallout. It's very, very shimmery, but it's gonna look so pretty. So I'm gonna put this on the lower lash line, but just like towards the inner corner. Not all the way, just on like the inner third, if that makes sense. Really gives it a pop. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's so pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna take the black eyeshadow from the palette. I'm not even gonna try to say that. I don't even know. It's just a super black matte eyeshadow on a flat, small flat angled brush. And I'm just gonna run this along the upper lash line and then the lower outer corner. This is gonna help camouflage the falsies. I just like using black eyeshadow as like a liner. Once I get to the outer corner here, I'm gonna connect it to the outer corner on the bottom to kind of just make that little V and darken it up. Okay, I think I'm ready for some mascara and some lashes. The mascara that I'm gonna be using is the Falsies mascara by Maybelline. And then my lashes are by Kiss, but I just have like the packaging here and the lashes. But if you're interested, I'll find the exact like name or number of them and put them in the description. These are like a more dramatic, well for me, a very dramatic lash, but since it's like holiday glam, I'm just feeling it. And I think it's gonna look super pretty. So I'm gonna pop both of these on and I'll be right back. Okay, lashes and mascara are on. I'm obsessed. I think the eyes are so pretty. And now I'm just gonna finish off the rest of my face to complete the look. So I'm gonna be using this NARS Stephen Klein palette. I'm gonna be using the bronzer and then one of the blushes from here. So I'm gonna start with this bronzer. This is actually the Laguna bronzer by NARS, which is just like a staple bronzer from NARS. You can buy it individually or like they have it also mixed in into a bunch of different palettes. So I'm gonna be using that. I'm just gonna kind of use this as like a bronzer slash contour. So going into the hollows of my cheeks. Along my hairline. And under my jaw. Get rid of the double chin. I'm also gonna take a smaller brush, same bronzer, and just run it down the sides of my nose to give it a little nose contour. Down like from my brows, down the side, and then just the tip. Just the tip. And I feel like I went a little too harsh. I'll take my beauty sponge and just, I don't know, kind of, I feel like it just blends it out a little bit into my skin and makes it not as harsh. It definitely helps. All right, since I have this palette open, I'm just gonna do my blush now. And I'm gonna use this the darkest one right here. It is called Dolce Vita. And I'm just gonna apply this to the apples of my cheeks. NARS blushes are also amazing. Also, sorry about the shadow right here. It is 4 o'clock and the sun is setting, so it's cool. I love the winter. For highlight, I'm gonna be using this really cute Bobbi Brown palette. And it's just like a bunch of shimmery shades. I kind of just mix them all together. This little palette is just called Bronze. Like I said, I just kind of like mix all the shades together. It just comes up with a really pretty bronzy highlight. And I'm applying it very lightly to the high points of my face. I always go a little bit under my brow and then right above like the arch of my brow. So I kind of make like a C shape here. And also down the center of my nose, just a little. I'm gonna do my lips. I have to get like the crap off of them. Drives me insane. Okay, I'm gonna start by lining them. This is the Makeup Forever Professional Aqua Lip. It doesn't have a color, but it's just says 2C, but these lip liners are amazing. Okay, then I'm gonna fill them in with the NYX Liquid Suede. This is in the color Sandstorm. This is their cream lipstick. I love these. Okay, this is the completed makeup. I'm just gonna set it down with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. All right guys, this is the completed look. I really hope that you liked this tutorial. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I will put all the products that I used in the description as always in case you guys are interested. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.